So what's this thing? Oh, and who voted? What, and I won by a landslide. Awesome. Thanks guys, thanks for naming me the best Pokemon battler in the world. It means a lot. I honestly did not think I'd win. Just kidding, I knew I'd win. Anyway, I want to thank all them people that believed in me, like God and myself. Those two guys there, pretty important, could not have done it without them, so I thank you. And yeah, keep on finding me awesome. Ciao. My man! What's up guys? Standard once more, because I like to mix it up, obviously, against this guy called Griebel11, who I found on the Cerebi chat. And I can't bother to narrate this beginning bit, so I'll just carry on from where it's about now, which is he U-turned out on my Azumarill. And he goes into Scar, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a fucking twat. He's a fucking Cerebi piece of shit, and I hate him. But he turned out to be an okay guy. So he sets up the spikes, and I just go for a Spore on the switch, and I'm like, natural cure, Blissey, obviously, because no one runs Serene Grace. But apparently he does run Serene Grace. So I just get my other layer of spikes up, which is all good and stuff, and I was hoping he wouldn't get the thing there, and I actually spored him, because I thought the Blissey would have natural cure, but it's a good job I did get flinch or I'd have broken Sleep Claws. So in comes the Fag Muffin to take the Iron Heads like a boss. And yep, he does, and I just go for a waterfall on the old switcheroo. Oh yeah, and also, I would like, I realise I swear a lot, guys, and I would like to justify that. Where I come from in England, I'm known as a hip or rad dude. Rad being short for radical, of course. And as a hip, rad dude, it is often protocol for me to be funky and with it and swear, because that's what cool kids do. So now you understand that, we've cleared that up, it's good. So my Wabisuke T-Waves is Scarfarachi, which is delish. And I just bring in my Scarf Zapdos to rip some dick. So Heat Wave goes, he stays in for some reason. And he gets a Power Hex there. I don't know what he was going for. He was probably going for a trick, and if that was the case, then... Oh yeah, I fucked up there, never mind. So, I assumed he was going to trick me, but like, I have a Scarf, so that didn't matter. And Iron Head wouldn't have done anything, because he's slower than me, and U-turn wouldn't have done shit either. So yeah. He goes into his Blissey, so I swap out into my Smeargle. And he gets a long gold sleep here. I think Hax was really on my side this time, which is a rare treat. So I get my third layer of spikes, and now my Smeargle's going to do what he does fucking best. Oh, after I get that last layer up. Smeargle's going to go to town now. Transform! Oh, look at that sexy man. Look at that transformation. So I got to scout his moveset out, and I'll go for a casual soft-boiled. So I get a bit of health back, which is always good. And he goes into Aerodactyl, so I just go into my physical wall, which is my Uxie. And on how much that did, I just assume he's banded, and I asked him later, and he was banded. So I just go for a U-turn here, I think, or maybe rocks. I get my rocks up. Then I go for a casual U-turn. So yeah, good times. And I go into my... There it is, Fag Muffin! He's a godly poke. So he wakes up and gets a Toxic off of me, which is pretty gay, because I don't have lefties or anything. Or any recovery moves, so I'm just going to whip a Waterfall off. I'm pretty sure that would have killed the Blissey at that range. But he goes into Mence. But that's still going to do a lot, even though I am -1 and it's resisted. Because, first of all, the Mence took the rocks damage, and then it took the Waterfall particularly poorly. So I go into old Smeargle as Death Fodder, and he goes for Fire Blast. And I didn't see any like movement like in the HP there, like so he wasn't. I either assumed Expert Belt or Choice in some way. So I go to my Scarf Zapdos, and he actually outspeeds me, which means it was either a speed tie and he was Scarfed, or he was max speed and Scarfed, which I think is quite silly, but maybe not. So we go into Aerodactyl. Probably he doesn't know I'm Scarfed yet, so I just go for a Thunderbolt and take him out, which is good. And he gets a crit. I'm not sure if that mattered, but I don't want to be them guys who just like assume that whenever they get haxed, it doesn't count. So I hacked him like a bit of a bitch there. So his Blissey comes in, and I've got full like entry hazard set up, so he takes a lot. And I'm hoping I can kill from here with my Zapdos, but no. And he gets a fucking soft boiled up, and I hate that. I want to kill myself. So then I swap into my Mence as he goes for a Toxic. And I'm okay with that. I saw his moveset when I transformed with my Smeagol, so I know he's got nothing to hurt me. So I go for a Fire Blast because I just know he's going to get a Skarm because I'm pro like that. And that Skarm's gone. I was a bit worried he was going to stall me with these Bliss and Skarm. I get another crit there, and that obviously mattered because Skarms can't take Fire Blasts very well. Very well, sorry. So yeah, he goes into the old Latias, and I'm going to swap out because I know I'm slower. So I go to my Wabisque, and he goes for a Thunderbolt in the end. And my Wabisque is such a monster, he's going to live that, and even live the next one to get a T-Wave off. Which means my, what's its face, Mence can come in and kill that thing off in a minute. But I can even get a, Power Gem off before I die. Which is good, I like that. So, bring in the Mence now, I'm just going to go for Fire Blast. So, I like that. So, I'm on about half health now, so I'm just going to roost up here. He'll probably go for a Softball, if not, there's nothing he can do to me. And I'm just going to Outrage away when I'm on full, like, health. So he gets a Softball off there, and if I Outraged there, it would have been a lot quicker, but I didn't realise. Turns out he can actually live an Outrage at full health, which I thought was ridiculous. But I don't have that many attack EVs, I guess, so it's understandable. But yeah, he lives on a Slither, which is pretty gay, but his Soft Boil is not going to take him up enough to live the next. So that is game to me. Good game, Griebel11. Nice try, and a victory for me is a rare treat, so good times all round. Ciao.